Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. Whoa. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode number 19 of the Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. Brought to you by your host, J-Kenn, coming at you live, previously recorded from the Buxy Hootie studio. Well, this podcast is coming out a day later than usual. I usually try to send it out on Tuesdays. Today's Wednesday. One of the main reasons is because, yes, the Tuesday we had our weigh-in. Mid-season weigh-in. As you remember, at the beginning of the year, 6 months, we would do a weigh-in in my competition, and whoever was leading at that moment got a $200 from the other two competitors. And I wanted to hold off a little bit before I sent this out so I could tell you the results. And I am proud to say that your boy, J-Kenn, is in first place. Thank you. Oh, no, please. No, that's okay. No, let it, okay. Yep, first place, $200 in my pocket, and I really needed that money. So that's fantastic. I am going to spend that money on the podcast, actually. I want to get I have this piece of crap. I don't know. It's not a piece of crap. It's called an I don't even know what it's called. It's called M-Track Duo, M-Audio. Basically, it's, I have no idea what the terms are, but you plug in your microphones into this thing, you plug it in the computer, but there's no way to hook up two headphones. So anyway, I'm going to get a headphone splitter, so that way when I have guests on, they can hear themselves and stuff. So hoping that investment will pay off. I also have a goal for this podcast. I've been watching other podcasts, and I noticed that Trump and Kamala are on all these podcasts. So I have a goal of 4 years from now having this podcast be so incredibly popular with ordinary average people that I'll bring one of those presidential candidates downstairs in my dungy basement, and we can have a conversation. Which one of them will be me? Actually, I got to talk about that later on. I was looking through some of the emails, and I'm going to clarify my presidential running in 4 years. I had some ideas about that. So, but anyway, this week's topic. When I was thinking about things to talk about, I was thinking about kind of the health thing again. I personally, over the years, have been doing some things with vitamins. And with winter right around the corner, and it's getting colder outside, and everything like that, I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be a good time to talk about vitamins. I don't know if you guys are vitamin poppers, vitamin pill poppers or not, but I over the years I've written down some notes about like some vitamins and shit that would be good to take, and also some food that would be good to eat. And I'm not a doctor by any means. I'm just a guy that pretends to know stuff. So, but I do some of this stuff here, and I kind of want to talk about what I do, because I'm not going to lie to you. When I get sick, I really don't get sick that bad. I mean, it's maybe a day or two. My wife will usually tell me, she gets all upset about like, because when she's sick for like 7 days, and where I'm usually only sick for about a week. See what I did there? No, in all honesty, like maybe a day or two. So I don't know. And I made it a mission of mine, because I'm sick of getting sick. I hate getting sick. I'm done with it. So I've done research on how to like boost your immune system. I'm not saying I'm great at it, but I have maybe some hints here that can help you all out. So first of all, What I do personally, I suffer from not like terrible allergies, but allergies nonetheless. So I take every night, just to say it straight up here, I take a Flonase deal. No, it's not Flonase. My doctor prescribed it, so I get it. It's like but it's Flonase. It's exactly what Flonase is, but it's a prescription, so that way insurance covers it or something. But it's Flonase. And I'll tell you what, dude, if you have headaches or anything like that and you think they're from sinuses, hit a Flonase. I take it every one hit in the morning and then another at night. And ever since I started doing that, it has helped me so much when it comes to. I've always suffered from headaches, so Flonase was a good thing to do. It takes a little while for it to kick in, but then the reason I know it works is because a couple of years ago. Oh, and another thing too is Xyzal. Xyzal. It's spelled XYZAL. Xyzal. Why there's an X in there, I couldn't tell you. It's like a medicine thing. But guy at work told me about that. And I don't know what it is about Xyzal, because there's other pills you can take. But Xyzal, for whatever reason, really works good for me too. I take that at night, and then it clears me up. And the reason I know that is because I was taking this Flonase medication, and then I kind of stopped, and then we went to Austin, Texas one time. And I guess Austin, Texas has like the worst when it comes to allergies. It's really bad because it's, I don't know, some Uber driver was telling me, so I don't know if he was, I was just taking his word for it, but he said there's all sorts of plants down there and stuff that it's just crazy, like the pollen or whatever. And yeah, dude, I was in pain. I was torture when I went down there. Torture. So when I came back, I immediately went to my doctor. I was like, dude, you got to get me back on that. Because here's the deal with me in medicine is, like, I'll take it, I'll get better, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't need this anymore. But, and then I suffer from the stuff, right? So that's why I know for a fact that Flonase, basically, if you suffer from allergies, I'm telling you right now, do the Flonase deal, or to go to your doctor and see if you can get it prescribed so insurance will cover it. Take a Xyzal. I'm just telling you what works for me. Disclaimer, I don't need you ODing on Xyzal, right? But I'm just telling you what works for me. Xyzal, XYZAL, okay? That's gonna clean you up. And then also, ladies and gentlemen, if you got the money, I think it's about $100 last I checked. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, get a Navage. N-A-V as in Victor, A-G-E. So, like I said, dude, I would always suffer from headaches. Terrible, terrible headaches. And I did the neti pots. I did the neti pots, I guess. And I don't know. But the Navage, so what it is basically, it's battery powered. And Google it. But basically, you put in your distilled water on top. You put in a solution, mix that up, and then there's two nozzles that go up against your nose. You press a button, and it's battery powered, and it sucks the water into your nostril out the other like a vacuum. And I'm telling you guys right now, then the water, when it comes out your nose, it goes into another little canister underneath, like a plastic canister. And then when you're all done, this is disgusting. This is disgusting, but it's almost like one of those disgusting things that's kind of like flattering in a way. Maybe I'm the only person that thinks that, but this is gonna be gross. But you look and it's just it's just the solution in water, and it's just all your boogers, and it's their boogers, and there's just like these little floaties in there. It's just crazy what is inside of your nasal system or whatever. No wonder you get headaches. People get headaches and shit like that. I'm telling you right now, that Navage, I don't use it as much as I should, because I will say it's kind of like, it's just like a whole thing. There's a lot of parts to it, and then you want to make sure you clean it properly and all that stuff, obviously. And it's just sometimes can be a whole thing. And then, but I will say when I do it, it is phenomenal. So when it comes to allergies, because I suffer from it, I'm telling you right now, get Flonase, or see if your doctor will give you a prescription to what, like give you a prescription. So you won't be getting Flonase. There'll be some, it'll be called some scientific name, but basically it's Flonase. I'm telling you, try out Zysol. Try it out. Take it at night. It's one little tiny pill. It'll make you feel better. Or it does to me anyway. Then Navage, dude. If you can swing it, buy a Navage. That thing is cool. And I think if you've never done a nasal irrigation, I haven't done too much research on it. You probably don't want to do it every single day. Based on what I've heard, it's, because your nose has, you might not want to do it every single day, but you definitely want to do it once in a while. And I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. And it's going to be disgustingly gratifying when you see all the floaties and your boogers and all that stuff in that water. It's going to be gross. Everyone else is going to think it's gross, but if it's yours, you're going to think like, oh, it's almost like cool, because it's like refreshing that you got that out of your body. So now vitamins. Winter's right around the corner, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am a big believer in SAD, seasonal affective disorder. I don't want to get all down here and be all pessimistic, but I think that's a real thing. And I'll just tell you, I think I know for a fact I've suffered from it. I hate winter, dude. I hate winter. I get through the holidays. I'm as fun, happy as can be. Christmas, New Year's, and as soon as New Year's hits, I'm Debbie Downer all day long. So, in the cold, and then winter just seems like it takes forever. I hate it. I hate it, and I definitely get. I definitely feel like it hits me. So I've been taking vitamin D. So I take vitamin D, right, and I also even at work, because I've had it here, but I bought a vitamin D light. And I don't know if that works or not. I call it my don't kill myself light. So I have it at work. And if I'm at work and it's a gloomy day and I just turn that light on, and it's supposed to like emit vitamin D to you, because you're not getting sunlight. That's what the thing is. You're not getting sunlight. But I always take vitamin D for sure, like in between, like starting right around maybe even like early October, through April or something. And then I actually just kind of take it all year long. Actually, I just keep taking it, just keep it, because I also take magnesium. Okay, magnesium is really good for your it seemed I suffered from headaches quite a bit, and somebody told me like, take magnesium, and it also helps with your immune system. So I've taken magnesium now, and it's definitely helped out. So magnesium helps with your nervous system, heart health, and also your bone health. So I take magnesium, and then I take zinc at night. Now, there's all sorts of shit you can take, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, vitamins aren't the cheapest thing in the world. So I take zinc and magnesium at nighttime. Now, zinc also is something that helps with your immune system. And to prove that, I did have we ran out of zinc vitamins, so I wasn't taking it for a while, and I got sick like last week, or I felt it coming on, and my wife had something called zinc cold therapy. And it's like you're supposed to take it as your sickness is coming on. I took that, I was I was whistling zippity doodah in like no time. So I will not lie to you. I don't have zinc on me right now. I need to restock it. But I take zinc and then magnesium and Zysol at night. Okay. And then in the morning, I take the vitamin D, okay, to start my day. And then I also take vitamin B12, and that's supposed to help you with your energy. All right? That's supposed to help you with your energy. And I'll be honest with you. When I get on, sometimes I fall off the wagon, right? I just kind of run out of the pills and you forget to get new ones. But when I do that whole rigmarole, I do feel quite a bit better. Now, there's also, vitamin. Hold on one second here. So vitamin C, that's another thing. Vitamin E, vitamin B6. I mean, you can go on and on and on, right? So but I also don't want to be taking all these pills. So I just kind of stick to what I got there. But then there's some food here that I also eat once in a while. And I don't want to, and one of them is probably going to gross you out, but my doctor told me about it, and then I did some research on it, okay? Once a month, and I haven't done this in a while because it's hard to find, but when I can find it, I eat liver, beef liver. And the reason is because actually so like back in the day, organ meat, like your heart and your liver and all sorts of that crap, it's supposed to be really good for you. It's just that over the years, that kind of like my grandpa, I remember one time, my grandpa and grandma were farmers, and I remember one time I opened the fridge, I shit you not, there was a cow tongue on a plate. A cow tongue on a plate that my grandpa was going to eat. And like I remember them talking about like gizzard. That must be like chicken gizzard. Like, I mean, back in the day, people ate everything. And now they kind of, people don't, they just want the tenderloin. But I'm telling you, liver, like check this out, liver, right? So liver, a 3.5 ounces of liver has vitamin B12. It has 2,917% of your daily value of vitamin B12. Okay, vitamin A has 104% of your daily value. It has a riboflavin, riboflavin, which is vitamin B12, has 261% of your daily value. Folate B9 has 63% of your daily value. Iron, another good one, has 36% of your daily value. Choline, the 77. I mean, the thing, and it's 29 grams of protein. Yeah, 29 grams of protein. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, liver, if you can, and it's, I ate it, and at first you're kind of like, oh, God, this is going to be disgusting. And then you kind of get a taste for it, and it's like, actually, it's not that bad. It's kind of, it's really not that bad at all. So I don't know. Go try it. You can. My doctor said you should eat only grass-fed, liver from like a cow or whatever, beef that was only grass-fed. My cousin raised beef. He says that's bullshit. He says that's. Someone tell me if that's a legit thing. Like, you should eat only grass-fed beef, and why? And why? I don't know. My cousin said he raises beef. He's like, dude, that's all a marketing thing from the healthy people. The frick is that called? Organic people. Like, grass fed. That's all bullshit. But my doctor did say like, you should eat grass fed beef. So I don't know. You have all these people telling you stuff, and you don't know what's going on. Another thing that I do once a week, if I can swing it, because it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but I make sure at my grocery stores around here. So in Northeast Wisconsin, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but at the grocery stores, we we have Festival Foods, Pick and Save, and usually you can go there and they have smoked salmon available, right there that you can. It's all packaged up, and you can take it and buy it and eat it. If I can swing, because it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but when you think about it, it's no more expensive than like if you go to McDonald's or something. But I try to do that. So smoked salmon, I try to get last week I bought one. It was a Cajun smoked salmon, and there was no brown sugar or nothing on it. It was just pretty, just straight up fish. But I do that like once a week to make sure I try to get my omega-3s. You know what I mean? Omega-3s are really good because they're good for your heart health, the brain, eye health. And I had laser eye surgery a couple years ago. I didn't have the worst eyesight, but I had to wear glasses, and and I literally saved up for laser eye surgery simply so I could lay on the couch and watch TV. That was the main reason. I was sick and laying on the couch with the stupid glasses watching TV. I said, enough's enough. I'm getting laser eye surgery. So I went and got laser eye surgery, but omega-3s are good for your eye health, inflammation, kidney function, liver health, right? I think we all could use a little help with our livers. You know what I'm saying? And even hair health, which maybe I need to eat more of this because my hair is starting to thin out, it looks like. But basically that's it, guys. I'm telling you right now. You should be getting all your vitamins and nutrients through your food, but might sometimes need a little help, and I also like knowing that I'm getting them. So when I remember, and I try to very hardly, I try to make sure that I maybe take some supplements here and there. So but I'm telling you right now, if you can take one thing away from this, if you suffer from allergies, go and get yourself some Zysol. See if your doctor will get you a prescription to basically Flonase or buy Flonase, whatever. And then I'm telling you right now, get yourself a Navage. And it's going to be, you're going to have to kind of force yourself to do that, but get yourself a Navage, and then I think you'll enjoy it. That's going to help with your allergies, I believe. And then also, I'm telling you right now, if there's one vitamin that you're going to take, let it be the D, vitamin D. Okay? Winter, Wisconsin, I don't want to be like, I try to be funny and stuff here, but I want to be serious here. That whole seasonal affective disorder, I think that's a real thing. I believe that's a real thing. 100%. And I'm a big, in all honesty, mental health is something that I really think about quite a bit, and I think it's really not getting looked at enough, and seasonal, this sad disease, even we can kind of be like, oh, sad, but I think it's a real thing. So I would say get some vitamin D and start popping those like they're popping them like Brett Favre popping Vicodin, you know what I'm saying? So if there's one thing, and then zinc too. I think zinc. I believe I just did it the other day, man. I was feeling sick. I started popping zinc, dude, and I felt like $1 million, like a day and a half later. So zinc, and then also, so that's what I do, right? I do vitamin B12, so get me energy, because I want energy. Magnesium, because it helps with the nervous system, but also helps with headaches for whatever reason. Vitamin D to make me happy. And then zinc, because also it helps with the immune system. And then try to eat some liver. Go give it a shot. Go get some liver. Eat it. Now, don't eat too much of it, because this is like almost too much vitamins in here. So don't go crazy with the liver, otherwise you could get sick. And then if you can, see your grocery store has smoked salmon. Get your omega-3s. Omega-3s. I've tried doing, what the hell are those called? Like the fish in a can. Sardines. And I can eat them. But it's definitely not something I look forward to. So, and there's also a lot of salt in that. But But yeah, if you have any questions or not questions, actually, if you think I missed something or there's some vitamins out there that you think that maybe I should take and spread the word that other people should take, let me know. Those 4, I mean, they're not, vitamins aren't totally like they're not necessarily cheap. I used to take probiotics. Probiotic is another thing, but they're not cheap, man, so it's like maybe you eat some yogurt or something. So this episode is this week we have another sponsor. Very happy about this sponsor. Definitely stand behind them 100%. Fresh Air is our sponsor this week. Fresh Air. I think we've all experienced stepping outside on a crisp morning and breathing in the fresh air, and there's nothing like it. Don't take your fresh air for granted. Fresh Air has been with you since the beginning of time, and it's not going anywhere. Thank you very much, Fresh Air, for sponsoring this week's episode. We definitely appreciate it. So let's get into some emails. As always, you know that you can email us at J-Kenn, OAG, at outlook.com. And then you can also find us on Facebook, The Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show, and you can send us messages on there. Let's take a look and see. I know I have a couple of emails. Let's see if we have any messages. The Ordinary Average Guy. And we do. Here we go. Oh, it's a long one. Okay. Mr. J-Kenn. I'm a little behind in episodes, but I have a few comments from the ones I just listened to. First of all, why do you gotta hate on Wisconsinites that aren't Packer fans? You said a lot of your friends are fans of other teams. Well, you should consider yourself very lucky to have some good influences in your life. Packer fans find this very hard to believe, but there are actually some people who were able to escape the brainwashing of everyone around them and pick a different team to root for. And just because they're rooting for a different team doesn't mean you can't have a Packer party and invite them. I watched a lot of Packer games with my dad. Even though I'm not a Packer fan, it's still a good time. Besides, watching the game with fans of other teams can be a lot of fun if the team you're rooting for is winning. Besides, watching the game with fans of other teams can be a lot of fun if the team you're rooting for is winning. Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, how boring would it be if you couldn't make fun of let's say your Giants fan friend when his team sucks. Yeah, I got a friend that likes the Giants. That team sucks. It makes things more entertaining. In my family alone, there are 4 different teams that get cheered for. It made Sundays growing up very interesting, but also a lot of fun. Again, when your team is winning. So have your parties, invite your friends, and maybe someday you'll see the light and start cheering for a different team. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Listen, here's the deal. I don't have a problem if I'm trying to remember what I said. This is a while ago. I just said I just don't understand. I just don't understand. So like I live 30 minutes from Lambeau Field, and we grew up, 45 minutes from Lambeau Field. And in my lifetime, the Packers were, they were good. We had Brett Favre, for Christ's sake, and then we rolled into Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love, which, whatever. But I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Like when you have a team, and it's not even just any team. It's not like they're a team that relocated here. They're one of the most storied franchises in all of sports. In all of sports, people travel the world to come to Lambeau Field, and we have that in our backyard. That's why I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, what's your beef? Like, why would you hate that? Like, I understand That's what I was getting at. I'm not hating on people for liking other teams. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Now, so that's all I was saying. And I don't know. I personally don't. If I'm gonna have a Packer party, I want to have a Packer party with Packer friends. You know what I mean. I don't want to be. I don't want people. I don't want. I just don't want that kind of like. Oh, the Packers suck. Blah blah blah. It's like, why did I invite you to my party again? Like I'll invite you to other parties, but if it's gonna be a Packer party, it'd be kind of cool. I was talking to a guy at work, and I'm so jealous because they live far away from me. But they have like all the other couples, and they have like a little Facebook page, and they get together for Packer games, and they'll fill out like, okay, I'll take this date, I'll take this date, and then everyone goes to that house for Packer parties. So every weekend, maybe not every weekend, but every weekend they get together at someone's house and watch the Packer game, and that is what I want so badly. To anyone listening, I want that so badly. I love Packer parties. And unfortunately, in my 10, 12 years of living on my own here, I don't think we've ever had any. Other than if there was like a birthday party. Then you have family over. But the thing is like I said, every frickin' friend I have likes the frickin' some other team. And I don't, whatever, all to them. I personally don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm the problem. Look at me. I'm a Packer fan, Bucks fan, Brewers fan. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should think outside the box, but I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I know people that like like the Cubs. Nah, the Cubs are a different situation because there was a while we didn't have a baseball team. But like they'll like the Astros or something. It's like, why would you like a team that you can't even frickin' go see? And you can't even see them on. Can you even get them on? I just don't. You like the Brewers? You can drive down the road, go to a Brewer game. But so I just don't. That's all I was saying, and I don't want to piss anyone off or anything. I'm not hating anyone. I just don't understand. I guess I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Now, don't get me wrong. There's teams that I do like, and I think I said that. I'll be honest with you. Even the Lions. I know they're in our division, but I don't mind. It's been they suck so bad for so long. It's nice seeing them doing good. That's just the Christian in me, I guess. I like seeing them do good, The Buffalo Bills, for some odd reason, I always enjoyed, seeing. There's teams when you look at the ticker and you see the score of other games, you just see, and you see Buffalo winning. To me personally, good for them. I like that. Kansas City Chiefs. I always liked the Kansas City Chiefs, even before they were good. I just had a thing about Kansas City. I don't know. I played like Madden or something years ago, and I created a player, and it was like drafted to the Chiefs, so I had to play the Chiefs with the Chiefs, and I just always, so you have the Dolphins, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I have a soft spot for the Dolphins. I don't know how to tell you, but I just don't understand why people don't. I talked way too long. She's got a second half to this email. Fuck, I didn't even get to it. Second, I agree with just about everyone in saying that your episode about lawn care was kind of a snoozer. Okay, yeah. I get it. You get it. This episode was the episode about money, though, very informative. Not enough young people your age think about retirement and budgets. And in the current economy, you really got it. I could listen to more on that topic. Lastly, absolutely people need to step up their game when it comes to putting up Christmas lights up on their house and their yards. My family also used to drive around looking at lights, and I still do that to this day. So do I. It's fun to see how creative some people can get. Exactly. And since you're promoting this topic, I'm curious to see what you do with your house. Post pictures on your Facebook page, please, whenever you imitate Clark Griswold, and light them up this time. Sincerely, Christmas Kate. The whole Clark Griswold thing. So obviously, I love that movie. It always bothered me though that he was using a staple gun to put those lights up. I don't know. It just I don't know. I like that vinyl siding. I just seemed like that was. I mean, unless he was going to recite his house like the next year. That's why. That's what I think about when I watch that movie. Like he must be thinking about reciting that house next year. That's why he's using a staple gun. P.S. Our family also calls Sloppy Joe's hot tamales. Yeah, I don't know. That must be a Northeast Wisconsin thing. Yeah, I don't know. And PSS, who's your running mate for the 2028 election? So I expressed interest in becoming the a presidential running for president in 2028, and I thought about that seriously, and I think I'm not going to do that, but I think I am going to run for governor of Wisconsin. We took a drive. I took a drive around Wisconsin. I just love this state so much, so much. I really do. I really, truly do. I just love this state. And I think I'm going to be governor. So I'm going to do the governor thing. And I'm going to try to get rid of income tax. Taxes, Florida, Tennessee, these states don't have income tax. So I'm going to get rid of income taxes. And try to, really make Wisconsin like this really. It already is. But I want to show people how frickin' sweet Wisconsin is, man. So I'm going to run for governor instead. And then I think maybe once my kids are older, then I'll run for president. Because I don't want to take them out of school to move to D.C. and stuff, So, but I'm dead serious about running for governor, like 100%. So, we got an email here from Anita. Oh, another email here from Anita Henjob. So get this. The other day there were two muffins in an oven. The first muffin looked at the other muffin and said, "Man, it's getting really hot in here." The other muffin replied, "Holy shit, a talking muffin." Okay. That was a joke. Oh, since we're doing jokes, I heard another joke. I like my coffee like I like my women. Without a dick. I heard that from a guy named Brandon. So, Brandon, if you're listening to this podcast for whatever reason, that's a shout out to you. I thought that was pretty funny. So let's read this. Let's read this again. Anita Henjob. So get this. The other day there were two muffins in an oven. The first muffin looked at the other muffin and said, "Man, it's getting really hot in here." The other muffin replied, "Holy shit, a talking muffin." Okay. Oh, we got our good buddy Lou Sasshole here. My man, I couldn't disagree with you more about the naked massage. Mrs. Sasshole and I went for a couples massage, and nothing will make you gladder that you kept your skibbies on than having an overweight, hairy gentleman loudly mouth-breathing over you for 60 minutes. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I also told him to avoid the feet, and he spent more time on them than Harry Testigles spends in the bathroom at Toys R Us. So you really don't like Harry, do you? You really don't like Harry Testigles. We got to get Harry and Lou on the show so they can kind of work out their differences here. I don't even think they know each other, but see if we can get them on the show. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I remember this is gonna sound bad or whatever, but me and my wife did a frickin' what the hell am I talking about here? We did a couples massage, and we down in Milwaukee for our anniversary, and I remember there, the two masseuses came out. One was a guy, one was a woman. And I don't know if this is, homophobic or whatever. I mean, if it is, I apologize. But it was like, I'm not having the dude. I'm not having the dude give me a massage. I'm just not doing it. If I'm going to get a massage, I'm always going to pick a woman. I just don't want some guy giving me a massage. So I understand, dude. Like, if you had some big, hairy guy mouth breathing all over you, yeah, I wouldn't want that either. We have another new email here from Ronald K. Crump. Hey there, J-Kenn. First off, in no means am I a political expert. I'm just an ordinary average guy. All right, glad to have you. Glad to have you. However, one thing that has really been grinding my gears this week in the political world is global warming. Oh boy. No, I don't think it's a hoax or just the Earth cycles. I believe it is a very real issue. Okay. My problem is how the latte sipping lefties plan to handle it. All I've heard from the politicians on that side is that we have to manage our pollution. Okay, makes sense. In reality, the U.S. of A. ranked 143rd in the world for amount of air pollution. So I'm guessing that's one of those things where you want to be... Okay, so that's a good thing that we're 143rd. You don't want to be winning that. Okay. America isn't the problem. Countries like India and China are the real issue. China. These lefties want to regulate our manufacturers, which in result will drive the price of consumer goods up, or even worse, force those factories to pack up their bags and head to a country like Mexico, China, or India, where it's less regulated and therefore create more pollution. China is laughing all the way to the bank as they build another coal plant and produce more dirty and cheap energy. I could go on for hours. I'm Ronald K. Crump, and I approve this message and fully endorse J-Kenn for President 2028. God bless the USA. Well, like I said, I'm not running for President in 2028. I'm running for Governor of Wisconsin now. That's official. Governor. When my kids are older and out of high school, I will then try to tackle the problems at our national level. But I just don't want to pull my kids out of... I just want to move them to... I want to keep them in school here. I like the area. But, yeah, that's an interesting fact. You know, like I'll be the first to say, dude, I've said it the last 5 weeks. I don't like rich people. Don't like them. This is wrong for me to say, but when I meet rich people, they have to win me over, right? I'm not going in with this guy's gonna be good. Like I'm pleasantly surprised when they end up being like nice people. I go in thinking that a rich person is probably gonna be a dirtbag. Okay, that's how I go into it. Is that right? No. Is it wrong? Yeah, it is. But that's just how I am. I usually think rich people are not good people. And then I find out that some of them are good people, and then I am pleasantly surprised. That's what I'm getting at here. I'm not saying they're all bad people. I'm just saying I usually go in with, one eye open. We need to do something. But I agree with you. We need to get those companies out of there. We got to keep them in the good old US of A. And if that means giving them but that I hate it. But I think that's the only way to do it. I really do. I feel like that left side, I think they're just going to push people out. But one thing I don't understand is that I read somewhere that like the majority of billionaires and big companies and stuff actually vote Democrat. You know what I mean? Like Bill Gates and all those guys. Like Elon Musk is the only guy that's like for Trump. All those other guys are for. So it's like, why is that? It's very interesting. The Democrats want to tax the rich, but yet all the rich are like backing them. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't get it, but it's doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. It's all a fucking joke, if you ask me. Fuck it. Vote for who you want. I don't think it's going to make a big deal anyway, to be honest with you. I really don't. All right, I'm getting all negative here now. Time for an unordinary opinion. I think we need to bring back the stop-in. Okay, the stop-in. Back in the day, like years ago, I remember my grandparents talking about people just stopping in. You would just stop in, and you would You wouldn't give anyone a heads up. You would just stop in and you would just talk to people. And you would visit. And you would visit. And nowadays, and I remember that even when I was a kid, like people would come over and stop by and talk. Hey, how's it going? Good. People do that all, Nowadays, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. With social media and everything, and if you do stop by, you better give someone a heads up. I miss the stop by. I miss it. I used to have a buddy in I'm still buddies with him today. I haven't seen him in a while, but we're friends, I would like to say. And I remember, he would just stop in. And I thought that was so cool. He would just stop by. So, I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that like the idea of stopping by, but if someone were to knock on their door, they'd be like, what the hell's going on? I'm telling you right now, if you know who I am and you know where I live, I will say maybe shoot a text just because my wife would probably want to clean up the kitchen. God forbid if there's something out. But stop in, man. My wife would probably disagree with that, but I'm telling you right now, we have an open door policy. So that is what I wanted to talk about there. And this week's Song of the Week. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I heard this song for the first time this past week. And it's been out for a while, but it's not something that you heard of. Okay, it's not something that you heard of. It's a cover. First and foremost, it's a cover of a song. And the song that it's covering, you probably never heard of either, okay? The band, I guarantee you know one of their songs. The band is Local H, okay? Local H. The song that you know is called Bound for the Floor. That's not the song of the week, but that's the song you know. That's where they're like, you just don't get it. Keep it copacetic if you want to. That song. But they covered a song called Wolf Like Me. And that song is from a band, TV on the Radio. Now, maybe some of you maybe have heard that song, but I would say that the majority of you have not heard the song Wolf Like Me by TV on the Radio. Now, that song is a cool song. I like it. That song could be Song of the Week. But when I heard the cover of that song by Local H, dude, couldn't stop listening to it. So I'm telling you right now, check it out. Local H, Wolf Like Me. And you might have to do a little digging for it. And because this is a gem. This is one of these. You're going to have to go digging for this one. But I found it. I listened to it, and I thought it was freaking sweet. And then after that, listen to the original, Wolf Like Me by TV on the Radio. That is this week's podcast. I hope, I don't know if it was a sexy podcast by any means. We talked about vitamins and liver. But I'm telling you, I always suffered from headaches. I still get sick once in a while, but I did some research, and that's what I do. And I'll be honest with you, my wife gives me shit a lot of times about not getting sick. Like, she's like, even when you get sick, it's like a day or so. And I think it's, I don't know. I take those vitamins. It helps me out and shit like that. So, and then also, I always suffered from headaches, and I think it was, after years and years of like talking to my doctor and trying to figure it out, the Zysol and Flonase and the occasional nasal irrigation really helped out with that. So, all right, you guys have a good week. We'll talk to you later next week. Bye.